Fans of American Idol are divided on the subject of whether or not Carrie Underwood will return to the show. Her first time serving as a judge was during the previous season. On the other hand, viewers had a wide range of thoughts regarding her while she was on the show. It would appear that the production did not agree with her. Nevertheless, the ratings increased during the most recent season. Therefore, fans are at a fork in the road. When it comes to this, there is a great deal that needs to be revealed and uncovered. To learn more about this circumstance, continue reading this article. The second season of Carrie Underwood's tenure as a judge, it was during the previous season of American Idol that Carrie Underwood made her debut as a judge on the show. Having said that, she has been on the show in the past as a competitor. In the end, she was victorious and was successful in the industry. During her tenure as a judge, she was responsible for causing a great deal of controversy. There was a rumor going around that Luke Bryan had to defend her all the time since she was always causing people to be unhappy. Due to the fact that this issue was the only one, nobody knew whether or not she was going to come back as a judge. Throughout the entirety of the previous season, fans have voiced their feelings over Carrie. In spite of the fact that the majority of viewers enjoyed her appearance on the show, since she brought something fresh to the table, they are now uncertain. Fans of American Idol are divided over the possibility of a return to the show. When it comes to the question of whether or not they want Carrie to return as a judge for the following season, fans are split down the middle. I'm not sure if this was because of Carrie's influence or if it was just a coincidence, but I found that the most recent season had a Christian undertone that was way too strong for my liking. Even if she is the reason, she is not a good match for the position. Although it is a secular music show, I watch AI. There is a possibility that I will stop watching the show if the religious theme continues to play a significant role in the upcoming season. It did not appear like she was in a comfortable position, and there were occasions when her criticisms were completely off. Fantasia's little mentoring experience accomplished a great deal more than Carrie's criticisms, which is why I would prefer to have her serve as a judge. To tell you the truth, not really. Her lack of interest was noticeable. No, I believe that we ought to look for new judges for each season if at all possible. It appears that Carrie Underwood has not totally won over the hearts and minds of her supporters. Most people are not going to be disappointed if she does not return for the following season. That being said, there are a few individuals that adored her and believed that she brought something fresh to the table. There is currently no information available regarding whether or not Carrie will be returning for a second season. In light of this circumstance, what are your thoughts? You want her to come back, don't you? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Regarding this matter, we would be very interested in hearing your thoughts. Carrie Underwood's name is practically stitched into the DNA of American Idol. Since winning Season 4 in 2005, she has become one of the most successful artists to ever emerge from the show, selling millions of albums, dominating country music charts, and earning multiple Grammy Awards. To many, she is the poster child of what American Idol can do for a career. So when rumors swirl or official announcements drop that Carrie Underwood might return to the Idol stage in a more permanent capacity, it's no surprise that fans have strong reactions. But while some are thrilled by the idea, others aren't quite as enthusiastic. Her return, depending on how it unfolds, represents both nostalgia and controversy. This divide begs the question, why would Carrie Underwood's return create such a split in the fan base? A symbol of Idol's golden years, for many, Carrie Underwood symbolizes the golden era of American Idol. Back when the show was at its cultural peak, launching household names like Kelly Clarkson, Jennifer Hudson, and Underwood herself, it was more than just a singing competition. It was a national event. Her story, a small-town girl from Chakotah, Oklahoma, who stunned the judges with her raw vocal power and eventually beat out Bo Bice in the final, is considered the quintessential Idol success tale. Fans who tuned in back then often say they'd love to see her return in a mentor or judge capacity, bringing the show full circle. Her presence could restore credibility to a program some argue has drifted away from its roots, focusing more on flashy production than nurturing long-term stars. For this group of fans, Carrie is a beacon of what Idol used to be, a star-making machine rather than just another reality competition. The star too big argument. On the flip side, critics argue that Carrie Underwood is too big for Idol now. Unlike other Idol alums who occasionally return as mentors, think Adam Lambert or Fantasia Barrino, Carrie's stardom operates on a different level. She headlines Vegas residencies, sells out arenas, and has long since outgrown the platform that made her. This raises an awkward question. Would her return overshadow the contestants? Idol thrives on building fresh talent, and critics fear her star power might pull attention away from the newcomers. If Carrie Underwood is in the room, is anyone really watching the kid from Kansas belting out a Billie Eilish cover? Nostalgia versus evolution. A major source of division lies in the clash between nostalgia and evolution. Some fans want Idol to lean into its past, reminding viewers why the show became a juggernaut in the first place. Carrie's return would do exactly that. But others argue that Idol has to evolve if it wants to survive. The music industry has changed drastically since 2005. Social media platforms like TikTok now play a massive role in shaping careers. A Carrie Underwood return might feel like the show clinging too hard to its past rather than adapting to the present. To this group, bringing back Carrie isn't progress, it's regression. The judge debate. Another point of tension is what her role would actually be. If she returns as a guest performer, nearly everyone is thrilled. Watching her perform Before He Cheats or her latest hit is pure entertainment. But as a permanent judge, that's where the split widens. Fans question whether Carrie, who has largely kept her personal life and opinions private, would thrive in a role that requires blunt feedback. Idol judges like Simon Cowell and even Katy Perry have drawn both love and hate because they say things. Carrie, known for her polished and reserved persona, might not bring the drama the show depends on. At the same time, her industry experience is undeniable. Who better to coach aspiring singers than someone who's lived the Idol dream to its fullest? Supporters argue that she could offer practical, heartfelt advice that feels authentic rather than scripted. Fan loyalty versus fan fatigue. Carrie Underwood has one of the most loyal fan bases in country music and in Idol history. To them, her return would be a celebration, a thank you to the fans who have supported her since day one. It could reignite interest in Idol among viewers who drifted away over the years. But others feel fatigue. Carrie already dominates headlines, tours, and award shows. Do fans really need more of her on Idol, when the point of the show is to give unknown artists a chance? This group would rather see the spotlight shine solely on contestants, not on Idol alums reliving their glory days. Idol's identity crisis. At the heart of the debate is American Idol's ongoing identity crisis. Is it a nostalgia-driven brand built on its legacy stars, or is it a forward-looking platform for the next generation? Carrie Underwood represents both possibilities. Her presence reminds audiences of Idol's power to create legends, but it also risks trapping the show in its own shadow. Every moment she's on screen, she becomes the yardstick against which all new contestants are measured, a standard so high that it might feel discouraging rather than inspiring. A balanced perspective. Of course, the answer may lie in balance. Having Carrie return occasionally, whether for mentorship weeks, anniversary specials, or final performances, strikes the right middle ground. She remains connected to the show that gave her a career while still allowing contestants to hold center stage. Her return doesn't need to be permanent to be impactful. Even a few guest appearances could boost ratings, satisfy nostalgic fans, and remind the world of what Idol can produce at its best. Conclusion: Carrie Underwood's potential return to American Idol is a classic case of can't please everyone. To some, she's the ultimate success story, the perfect person to restore Idol's credibility. To others, she's too big, too polished, and too tied to the past to help the show move forward. What's undeniable is that her name still sparks conversation nearly 2 decades after her Idol win. And maybe that's the real takeaway. Love her return or hate it, Carrie Underwood still has the power to make people care about American Idol.